we won't talk about how many times I've started a video and forgotten to record. Okay, so hello everybody. This is Abby Hunt from Dollar Store Reseller and Dollar Store Arbitrage. I want to talk about three things today. Doing research on for products you want to list on Amazon, creating a listing on Amazon, and then cross-listing that item to eBay. So I'll also show you quickly how to list something on eBay. Even when I do the listing on Amazon, I'm going to do it kind of quickly because I have a longer video that really gives you a lot of the meat of it. So the first thing I want to say is if you focus only on the problem, which I think this is hysterical with the cat, you may miss the easy solution. And so many times people tell me they go into a dollar store, especially a Dollar Tree, and they can't scan or they can't find anything to sell. And I think what's happening is that you guys are kind of doing it backwards, where you are going into the store and just scanning and scanning and scanning. And the problem with that is I definitely recommend it if you're in like a mom and pop dollar store, but because Dollar Tree has so much of their own brand, you're really running into a problem where people have created bundles with products from the dollar store or from Dollar Tree, and it's not coming up by the barcode that's there because they've put a bunch of things together. And I apologize if this is someone's listing, but this is a perfect example where they put together a bunch of St. Patrick's Day things, and if you were to scan these items individually, you wouldn't necessarily find it, but if you kind of Googled it or searched on Amazon for St. Patrick's Day bundle, you might actually find these things in your local Dollar Tree. Sorry, I just want to make sure nobody slides down the driveway in the snow. Okay, so the very first thing I did as far as research is I went to Amazon, and if you really only have the Dollar Tree near you, Greenbrier is their brand, so I just typed Greenbrier right into the search, and these are the best sellers. So these relaxing bath salts, where people are buying these large 17-ounce bottles, they put 3 together, and they're selling them for $11.74. Now, because it's the very first thing in that search, it's probably a decent seller, and at $11.74, I could definitely see where someone would make a profit. On my computer, I have some Chrome extensions because I use Google Chrome, and one of them is the Chrome extension for Keepa, which gives you a little chart of what is selling and how well things are selling. So everybody should be able to see my Amazon page here. Because I'm streaming to everyone and trying to open a bunch of things, there's a lag. So give me a little, I apologize. And again, I apologize if this is someone's listing. So someone took these 3 bath salts from Dollar Tree, put them together, and selling them for $11.74, and they're selling $68 a month, which is really good. So if you could find these 3, and you're allowed to sell in beauty, because it should be under beauty, it is, then this would be a good product because you're paying $3 for it. The payout is $11.74. Amazon's probably taking like $5 of that, so you're still going to make a couple bucks, and selling that quickly is great. So the point of the story is research before you go into the dollar store, into the Dollar Tree, and kind of make a grocery list of the things that you want to look for. So in this case, if you're approved in beauty, you would look at these bath salts. And if you're going to jump onto this listing, like if you're going to find, there's only one left. This person only has one more at Amazon. If you're actually going to sell these, make sure you buy this exact same thing, and then you can go into your manage inventory, add it to it, and ship it to Amazon. I can't see myself, so I forget that I'm like turning away from you guys. So I'll stop doing that. Okay, so I just searched Greenbrier. I didn't originally search in just the beauty section. That is the very first thing that came up. The next is history of Greenbrier, whatever resort that is. And then someone has window clings, which are selling well, but at $6.95, it becomes an add-on item. So someone has to buy something else and then add this to their order. So in general, you want to try to find something at the Dollar Tree or the dollar store by you that you can get like $10 or better, because then you don't fall into that add-on item price, because I mean, even here it came up. So if I put in Valentine's window clings, they may still come up, but someone wouldn't necessarily buy just one. They may buy a couple. It's certainly like a classroom, teachers, someone decorating windows is going to want a bunch, so it wouldn't be a big issue. This one, someone put 4 of the glass bowls together. I cannot see this being a profit unless they're sold this way. If these 4 are sold for $1 at Dollar Tree, that's great. I haven't looked because I don't like to ship glass. I'm just kind of a nerd like that. I want to do as little work as possible. So this one, I thought this was a pretty decent set, a pretty decent thing, but it's 2 of them. And at 2 of them for $7, you're not really making a profit here. But what I would suggest is to really look at what is selling. So these, this dish linens, or this dish towel set, it's towels, oven mitts, and an oven mitt and 2 pot holders for $22.95. This looks like something that I would look to see if I could find at my Dollar Tree and at least send in 1 set. And once you click on it, you see that there are all these other designs that there are already listings. You don't have to create your own bundle here. And often I tell you guys not to reinvent the wheel. Go ahead, if this cafe latte isn't available, maybe at your Dollar Tree you can find the solid blue one or this wine one. Again, there's just a delay because I'm streaming, and I bet my son is now too, actually, now that he's done shoveling. But you might find this at your local Dollar Tree, even if they're sold individually, which I think these 2 come together, but say it's $5, at $13.97, you're probably doubling your money. You're probably getting your $5 back plus another $5 or so. There's only 1 in stock. And if we scroll down just a little more, we can see that the pot holders are selling 7 per month, which is not terrible. And as people start kind of transitioning into spring, when you don't have 6 inches of snow on the ground, they're going to be looking for, spring dish towels and stuff. And these housewares tend to sell better going a little bit towards Easter. But again, don't go into the dollar store and then a Dollar Tree specifically, and try to scan. You kind of want your grocery list before you even look. Before you even shop. Ruth, if you have a question, can you put it in the chat? I don't think I have a little question thing open, just because I'm working on my own and I don't have my son being my little producer there. So that's just some really quick research. You definitely want to kind of get an idea what's in your Dollar Tree or your dollar store if you have the mom and pop ones near you. Just focus on one section if you want to. I often say check pet, check, if you're approved, check in automotive, check in avoid jewelry, because they have all that jewelry up at the front, and jewelry is very weird. Sometimes Amazon's very picky. Like, they seem to think it's, this high quality jewelry, and I really can't say that you're going to get that at the Dollar Tree. But look at the general merchandise, like dish towels and washcloths and that type of thing. And then kind of just search those items on Amazon and see if there's something that you can sell that you can shop for and then sell on Amazon. For example, these napkins, maybe this is something you've seen and say, hey, wait a minute, I've seen that before. And because it's this very first page of the Greenbrier search, it's got to have a good rank. So these 48 count pack, 48 count, so they did 3 packages. So the person only spent $3 for these, and $13.49 if they're getting that regularly. That's wonderful. And that's something you could say, oh, I know I saw that napkins were selling well. Even if you scan them at Dollar Tree and they're no good, I would take a picture. Like, I would lay down like the 6 different types of napkins that maybe they do have at your Dollar Tree and take a picture, and then go home and research it that way. Do it by title. Maybe these on the back say Magnolia and Butterfly. And if you searched it that way, you would find more, where if you looked up the UPC, sorry, I'm totally distracted by the dogs. And UPS is here bringing me boxes, great. All right, so let's say we're gonna look up Greenbrier and then other napkins, because there's not other ones listed here. Like when we looked at the dish towels, there were different patterns. So spring, summer garden party, price is too low to really look at that one. Maybe we'll just put a napkins bundle, Greenbrier napkin bundle. You can see other bundles that people created here. Obviously the Christmas one is kind of outdated now, but the princess one might be nice. Solid colors, maybe you'll look at while you're there. But I would definitely look into these more closely. Happy birthday, people are going to need that all year long. $16.99 for this set would be great. Our snowblower ran out of gas, so the UPS guy is not going to be happy coming down my driveway. So this set, 3 a month, not great, but at that price, that would be great. Maybe you can, get it a little bit less. When it was selling for $12, the sales rank was even better. So you may want to consider, if you can get this for $3, if you can sell it for $11.95, the sales would be better. And $10.79, I don't know if you're going to make any money on that because you paid $3. So that's some really ugly, quick research. All right, so let's move on to, first I'm going to do cross-listing because I've previously done a listing for Amazon, and then once the dogs quiet down, I'll actually list something new on Amazon. Now, obviously, if you're going to list on eBay, you definitely need an eBay account. If you already have the item on Amazon, like I have these little cement garden stone things, I'm going to flip back to me, I think. I don't think that worked. You used to be able to see me, now you can't anymore. Oh well, you're stuck with the screen, I guess. Anyway, I have these little garden stones. They're literally only like 2 inches round, and they come in a little gift box. So I picked the one that's mine, my astrological sign. So Leo, the lion, ruled by the sun, element fire, and these are just cool little stones. The one side has the constellation. Sorry. Shh, I know. So the one side has the constellation, the other side has writing on it. They're really neat as just like a lucky stone or a stone that you could put in your garden. And I already have this, so this is me. I shouldn't really show you that, but that's okay. Now, if you go to eBay, you just go to your regular eBay account, or just go to eBay. And I have those as well. You then go to my eBay. Obviously, we're doing a jazz night at my son's school, so I've been looking up stuff there. If you go to my eBay, they've actually changed where the sell thing is, which is kind of strange. If you go on the top bar here and click sell, it still kind of brings you to this page. And you have to go to create listing. It used to be very obvious. You'd click sell, and then the very top thing was, sell my item. So you're going to say create listing, and then a single listing. Now, all the information that is already in Amazon, whether you created the listing on Amazon or not. Everything you could possibly need for eBay is right here. The title, information about it, the product description, and then the dimensions and the weight. So you'll know how much it'll be to ship it, how big the package will be, everything. So does eBay loads. That's interesting. And not at all helpful. All right, let's try that again. My eBay create listing. Okay, so because it's this, it's a cement garden stone, I'll just start with that. I mean, I could put this whole thing in. It's going to tell me it can't find it, but let's just go with a little garden stone and see what. Sometimes it'll give you a category that they recommend. Okay, so this is great because we want eBay to suggest little, what categories. So it's not really a stepping stone. It's way too small for that. It's just kind of like a lucky garden stone. So now that I have that, what I did previously is I took all of the information from the Amazon page and just pasted it right into a Word document. That way I can just grab the title, paste it right into the listing, and then if I run out of spaces, not a big deal. I just want to make sure that I have the most important stuff here. So like the zodiac constellation is actually on part of the stone, so I left that on the front. No reason for a subtitle. You don't really need a custom label unless you have a SKU. You could, if you're in your inventory and you have your own MSKU like this right here, this one right here. As far as keeping track of your inventory, if you use this SKU, you'll definitely know that that's the same product. Because that's something that doesn't show. I don't believe this shows to anybody. It's just, that's for your information. It's just to help you track it. So I'm going to stick with statues and lawn ornaments because it's not really a pendant or anything. It's too big to, hold on to it. To wear it. And then because I have an Amazon store, I actually have store categories. So I just picked a couple here. I can make it a gift item. UPC, there is actually one on the back of the box. So we'll put that in. The only problem with that is that sometimes eBay tries really hard to fit that into something, and it takes a really long time for it to load. Now I already have the photos on here, so here's the Leo one. Oops, I didn't do that right. Add photo. Here we go. Now, as far as Amazon's concerned, this picture is no good because I actually put 2, so it looks like you're buying 2. It does not like the size of my photo. Strange. Seems like if it was big enough for Amazon, it should have been big enough for eBay. Let's just fix this real quick. Huh. Okay. And then for the second photo, I actually have a picture of one with a box because I want to show that there's a box. But of course, it's too small. We'll deal with that later. Okay. So once again, eBay is trying to be helpful. They're just putting in these item specifics. I could put in type, lucky stone. I don't know if they have like a little stone one. They don't. I'm just going to put a stone. Shape is round, if you really need that. Ceramic, porcelain. It's actually a cement blend, so it could be outside. It's black, which they already put there. And then theme size, I will say there's 2.25 inches. And then everything that I copied and put in this Word notepad document, I'll just copy that, including the full title. And then at the bottom of all of mine, I say thank you for paying through PayPal, and that it includes free shipping. I definitely recommend free shipping because people are just so, at this point, they're so used to it with Amazon. And lately I've been saying, I'm not going to put it in. Thank you to our customers for 19 years on eBay. Fixed price is definitely the way to go these days. Now, on Amazon, I have it for $10. Because I'm going to be shipping it, if I have with it on eBay, instead of doing $10 plus shipping, I'm just going to make it, say, $13 here because it's going to cost me like $2.77 to ship it because it's only a couple ounces. I'm going to say I have 1. So right here, I put in the price. I could make it an auction, which of course is, in the old days, eBay was all about auctions. If you have something unique, like a figure, a painting, like a little collectible item or something, auction would be the way to go. But these days, really fixed price sells better. And often if you let people send you an offer, they'll do that. So if you price something at $30, but you could get they could actually buy it for $25, you'd still make money. You could say that you would take a best offer and then automatically tell eBay to say, I'll take at least $25 or $24.99, or decline anything that's lower than $25. But we'll just leave it at $13. That way I make my money plus I cover the shipping. My policies, I've been using Joe Lister a lot lately, so it's defaulting to that. I'm going to say I set this up. This is my free shipping, but if they want to buy it internationally, they have to pay the actual international costs. And my return policy is that I accept returns up to 30 days. The package that I'm going to ship it in is 8x4x1. The weight is 4 ounces. And I probably have free shipping in there. And I'm listing the item. Now, it's already listed on Amazon. I happen to have 12 of them. So I have 1 listed on Amazon. I now have 1 listed here, so I don't have to worry that I'll run out because I have 12. There's actually 1 at Amazon's warehouse, and then I have the additional ones here. Now, because I have this, I also have a Libra. I have all 12 signs of the zodiac. I could then just say create similar, change the title to say Cancer, Cancer the Crab, or Libra, or whatever other one I have. And then all I have to do is change the title the photo, and then the title in the description, and bang, I've got another one done in like a minute, as long as I don't have to adjust the photo. So you hit the create similar, it puts it in the same category, it puts all the information that you put in the description, all of that is the same. So if you have a lot of things that are similar like that, like those are 12 of the exact same thing. They're all little garden stones. And of course, it was just that easy when I listed them in Amazon. I had all the pictures ready. I had everything written up. So I did Pisces, Scorpio, Leo, did them all, and then bang, they were done. So that's how I cross-list it. If you use a service like Joe Lister, just check to see if they're going to ship the item, because I have some things listed that are selling on eBay and then I have to wait because Joe Lister is actually shipping it from Amazon. So if you're cross-listing, don't do it yourself and then have a service do it, because you'll totally mess yourself up. So those are a couple of the real big things that people are asking for. Anyone who's still watching live, if there's anything that you wanted to mention in the chat, you can go on and just make sure it says everyone so that I know that you so that you'd get to me. Otherwise I wouldn't, I don't know that you're actually trying to get me. I know it's kind of weird middle of the day, but we're snowed in, so nobody's really moving around here. I'm in New Jersey. We got like 6 inches of snow. And I did something strange because I can't see myself anymore. Oh, wait, now I can. And let's see if we can get back to me. Ta-da! Ruth's sitting there. Hi! I can hide you if you like. There, I got you. So you guys are only supposed to see me, which means I did something wrong. But I don't want to kick you guys out. Hide non-video. There we go. Ta-da! All right, that's better. Sorry, I gave you a start, Ruth. So now I can show you my little, see, this is what the actual stone looks like. It's this little box, and there's this little stone in it that has the, where's the top? That has the constellation on one side with a couple little like gemstones in it. And then the back has just the writing. I don't know if it's backwards to you guys. It's backwards to me. And these I actually bought from a wholesaler. I did not buy them at the dollar store, but I had it handy, so that's what I wanted to show you for listing. But I definitely want to mention to you guys that although I want you to start at the dollar store, like that's where I want you to make mistakes if you're going to make any, I definitely from there I want you to go, go bigger. So if you say you bought these little Zodiac things at the dollar store, you could then see who they're made by and contact the manufacturer directly and get a wholesale account with them. Most companies on their website, even though the website is geared towards retail, at the very bottom it will have information for wholesale accounts, because they certainly would rather sell a case of Zodiac stones rather than, just one or two. The question in the chat, that might have been an eBay sale, but I think it's more likely that the person shipped it merchant fulfilled through Amazon, and they just included the note with you, note in your item. But because they're asking about feedback, they certainly, were an eBay seller at one point. You're not really supposed to solicit feedback on Amazon, even though there's services that do it. All right. So as far as creating a listing on Amazon, I do have another video on YouTube that's less rambling. This one's a little more rambling than I like to be. And it shows you how to list an item from soup to nuts. You have the photo, you need the photo, some bullet points about the item, and a good title. And your title shouldn't just be keywords. It should, I mean, really look at the titles that are the things that are selling. So let's say you're selling a coffee mug. Let's just use my little mug as an example. Search Amazon for coffee mug, just coffee mug, and see what the very first couple of listings are, because those are the ones that are selling the best. And then copy their title, like if it makes sense. So if it's an 8-ounce mug or a 10-ounce mug, then make sure you're saying what size your mug is. And then look at the bullet points that are in that successful listing and make sure that you cover those in your listing. The actual like nuts and bolts of creating the listing isn't that hard, but you definitely want to maximize your listing. You want to have a couple photos. You want to make sure that they're Amazon quality photos. And then the bullet points and then the description should make sense, and make sure that the item you're selling isn't, if it's a $75 mug, you better explain why it's a $75 mug. If if it's a $10 mug and you need to cover your shipping, make sure that you package it properly and that you know how much the shipping is going to cost if you're merchant fulfilling it. And if you're sending it to Amazon, make sure that it's boxed properly so that it will survive the shipment to Amazon and then to the seller. You're losing me on the question. Were you the buyer of that item? Let me go this way. You have it listed on Amazon and that's the message you got? I lost the webcast. If someone buys something from you on Amazon and there's a problem, they would contact Amazon directly. So if you're the buyer, you would have to click on to contact Amazon's customer service if it's FBA, because they totally take responsibility for it at that point. If it's smashed, if you ship it and it's not in good condition, then they're gonna refund the person and send the item back, or tell you that it's unfulfillable. But maybe send me a message through Facebook, because I'm not quite following, and maybe we can get on afterwards. All right, so creating the listing, make sure you're looking at listings that are already successful on Amazon. I don't mean to shut you down, but I'm not following you, and I want to answer your question more intelligently. If you're creating a listing, make sure you're looking at other listings that are already successful. Don't try to reinvent the wheel, which I say all the time, because I do it. I make things way harder on myself than I need to. And then if you want to cross-list it onto eBay, make sure that you have enough product so that you can cover your sales on both platforms. Joe List, that service Joe Lister, which there is a fee for, they'll take care of that for you. You don't have to worry about it. They check your inventory. Like, I sold out of something on Amazon, and I got an email saying that they closed that they, end the listing on eBay. Thank you for this, if you want to relist it now. Well, I don't want to relist it because I sold all 4. That's great. But if you're doing it yourself, or you're just going to cross-list a couple things, which is definitely a great way to go, just keep in mind that you're selling them on both platforms. Now, those stones I have at home, if it's something like I have these little guys, if they're already at Amazon and you're going to cross-list them to eBay, you do exactly what I already just did. You put the picture over, you do everything, and I have 10 of these available. Well, if I sell it and I don't have them at home, I would then go into my Amazon Seller Central. So let's say I sell this little Zim doll. I can go here to Seller Central, find him in my listings. I have a lot of stuffed animals. Oh, helps if I share the screen so you guys know what I'm talking about. Da-da-da. Okay, so if I have, where is he? Sorry about that. So if I have this toy, I have this Zim doll, and I want to list him on eBay, I can do that. But if he's only FBA, so they have 10 of them in FBA, and I don't have any sitting at my house, then what I would do is go into my Manage Inventory, go find Zim. Oh, he was on the other one. And go all the way over here to the right and click Fulfill. Whoops. Hold on. Sorry. Sorry, Dean. Hold on, I have to use another example. Okay, so say I'm shipping this. Click the down arrow and create fulfillment order. What this will do is this will take your FBA item and it will send it to the person on eBay. So they've already purchased it through you on eBay, and you're going to fulfill it from your Amazon account. And you're going to take all the information from the eBay page. So like here I have something sold that's getting ready to ship, hopefully. And you can just go right to the transaction. Nope, not the PayPal transaction. Sorry, my page has other things in front of it, so I can't see my drop down. We're just going to pretend that this is the item that's on Amazon. And you're going to take all this information. Come on, Ab, anytime. You're going to take all the information, which is not going to let me do it right this second. And I'm going to take their name, I'm going to take their address, and put it right into all this right here, all this information. And what I do for the order ID is I put the eBay item that sold. I'll either write eBay and then the 10-digit number, or I just say eBay. Or I just put the number. I'm shipping them 1. I click continue, and then it tells you what your shipping is going to be, and you just send it. You aren't physically sending that item because it's at Amazon's warehouse. So if it's an FBA item that you don't have at your house, you fulfill it this way so that the person on eBay receives your item from your Amazon account. Which I said it kind of quickly, so I'm not sure that sunk in with everybody. But basically, this is if you're going to cross list, but you want to ship it from the Amazon warehouse, this is how you do it. You click on the item, you say you're creating a fulfillment order, you put in all the information, you send them however many you said you're going to send them, you click continue, and on the next screen you tell it to ship it, and you're done. You then can come over here and leave feedback for the person, say yes, thank you for your payment, for fast payment, your item has shipped, and you're good to go. If you have it at your house and you're cross-listing it, so those little stones that I actually have physically right here, I can list, one on Amazon and one on eBay because I have a couple of them, and then I can take the item that's actually here and send it to Amazon if someone buys it on Amazon, or send it to the person if they bought it through Amazon, or send it to the person who bought it through eBay. Okie dokie. So I think that's really the gist of what I wanted to cover today. I've kept you guys on here for almost an hour. So if you have any other questions, pop them into Facebook. You can get me through Facebook Messenger all day today because, like I said, we're kind of snowed in and I'm just working all day. But I wanted to jump on and see if there were some questions that people had that I could answer. Did a little bit of the cross-listing, a little bit of research, and hopefully we can, chat soon. And if you have any more questions, let me know. And I will talk to everyone soon. Thank you very much. Take care.